I think I'm live. Okay. So, welcome, Beauty Brigadiers. Oh my gosh, if somebody can give me, it's been a while since I've done this, and if somebody can give me some comment that I am on live, I'm going to assume I am. Otherwise, I'll find out that I wasn't, and then I'll have to do it again. But hello, everybody. And as you hop on, just say hello in the comments so I know you're here. I want you to know I have no lipstick on a purpose to show you something. And tonight, we're going to be talking about something that every woman does at some point, makeup mistakes. And the funny thing is, most of the time we're not aware of them. We don't know that we're doing it. And it's probably because one of three changes. It's like one of three reasons. It's probably because trends have changed, or our skin changed, or we're still learning using techniques that we learned 10 and 20 or more years ago. And here's the good news. Most makeup mistakes are super easy to fix, and once you know what to look for. So tonight, when I glance down, I do have my notes in front of me. So tonight, I'm going to share some of the most common makeup mistakes I see women making, and how to correct them so that your makeup looks fresher, softer, more flattering. But before we get started, I'm curious, what part of your makeup routine has pretty much stayed the same for years? Or do you like and or do you like trying new techniques? Do you like learning new techniques? Okay. So that's one question. And remember, every comment to a question or your own question yourself counts as an entry and goes into a drawing for a makeup gift package or jewelry. So this will also be for the people who watch the replay. So definitely comment too if you watch the replay. My computer's doing something weird and it's getting me a little nervous because it's not looking like it should look. And I am just hoping. I can't even see comments. So if you come on, say hello and where you're calling from, and answer this question. What part of the makeup, I also asked you, what part of your makeup routine or any part of your beauty routine has pretty much stayed the same for years? Do you want to try new techniques? And then another question for you. What part of makeup is the most confusing or frustrating to you right now? Like, is it foundation, brows, eyes, eyeshadow blending? Drop it in the comments. I may even address it tonight, but I always get back to comments that I miss afterwards. So let's jump into it. So the first mistake is not prepping your skin, because believe it or not, I hope you can see this okay. Believe it or not, it makes a huge difference on how your makeup goes on, whether it looks choppy or smooth. So I want to show you, I prepped the back of this hand. When I used to do a lot of in-person appointments, often people in the past especially were more excited about makeup than they were skincare. Now it seems to kind of be reversed. People understand that makeup is going to impact how you look 10 years from now, and makeup can't do that. So, skincare is going to impact how you look 10 years from now, and makeup can't do that. So I prepped this hand and not this hand. I have a dark foundation here that you'll be able to see contrast because it doesn't match my skin color. So I'm going to first I have a little dab here, right? And I'm blending this. Wait, let me blend it where I could see. Okay, and I'm hoping you're gonna be able to see this. Okay, so you could see it looks smooth. Of course it's the wrong color. And now I'm going to take this and I'm putting a dot on my unprepped hand. Let's see if this can be seen. It was always obvious in person where you could see, you could still, maybe not, you could still see the lines. You could see the lines in the cracks in the skin and little lines. In this, you can't see anything. So I don't know if it shows up, but you can always do this little experiment on your own two hands or one face and see the difference prepping your skin. So what do you do to prep your skin? Well, you cleanse it at the minimum, you cleanse it and moisturize. And what really helps is if you're exfoliating at least 2 times a week, because that gets all rid of the dead surface skins. So you guys are probably all familiar with our eye makeup remover, but it also does a great job of removing foundation. And I'm doing this because I don't want it to get on my clothes. Okay, so simple skin prepping before any makeup makes a huge difference. At the very least, cleanser, moisturizer. Okay, then wearing, oh, I'm giving it away almost. In the comments, now I am going to give it away, but if you know what your opinion is, that is a common beauty mistake, okay? So I'm going to go into what I think is a very common one, wearing the wrong foundation shade. So, you know, if foundation is too light or too dark, of course, you know, you've got the, you always want it to blend. This is why we blend foundation right here, because you don't want to be dark here, even though we all like to be a shade darker than we are, and have a light neck. And if it is a shade darker, you can blend it, but a couple of shades darker isn't going to work. So also our, not only too light, too dark, but also our undertone, whether it's warm, cool, or neutral, will make a big difference if you don't have the right foundation shade and the right undertone. Now, neutral is kind of safe because it could go a little that way and a little that way, but if you really want a perfect match, you want, if you're a warm undertone, a warm, and a cool. So if you want to know what your foundation shade is in the Mary Kay line, you can comment foundation shade, and I'm going to send you 2 little tests, like they're like quizzes that will tell me what your foundation shade should be, and then I will mail you samples of 2 to 3 foundation shades that work either going this way or this way. And the way you would test it is you have to remember which one, write it down, like which one, number 1 is you put a little dot by your jawline and blend it upward and give it a few seconds, and it will interact with your skin, and you're either going to see it and you're going to know it's not right, or you're not sure and you do the second stripe, and you could do the 3rd stripe over here, okay? And that will tell you. So that's the offer. If you're not sure you're wearing the right foundation shade, or you have a friend who's not wearing the right foundation shade, then you send me, just comment shade or private message me, and I will send you the link. That's a quiz that will tell me which 3 samples to send you, okay? Alrighty. So, applying too much foundation. Now, I think applying too much foundation is the reason why women are afraid of foundation. That's why, because people have applied too much foundation. They're trying to cover flaws. And so don't be afraid of foundation, because a good foundation, Mary Kay's one of them, in the right shade, you're not going to know you're wearing foundation. Plus, with Mary Kay's foundation, it's you can layer it. So it's always better to do a thin layer and then a second thin layer and not one thick layer. So you start with a small line, and then you can concealers for the purpose of dark spots. Foundation is not meant to do that. Okay, so over powdering could be another mistake. Powdering the whole face. You want to ever so lightly. Now, I don't have any of these products to show you and what or how to use them. I'm kind of just teaching like blabbing. And I probably will be doing little go on live addressing one or two. And one of the things is the over powdering. And I know as we get older and our skin gets drier, we're afraid of powder. Totally. But some people are not afraid of it, and if you over powder, it's going to get stuck in creases. But I have to tell you, if you're not familiar with it, Mary Kay's translucent powder, amazing. I have dry skin and mature skin, and I never really used powder, but this, whatever it has in the light deflecting ingredients, I only use a little bit, and it makes all my makeup blend like silk, and there is not a flake or a crease or anything like that. In fact, it kind of has little highlights. Translucent loose powder. If any of you listening to this or the replay have ever tried it, let me know what your thoughts are on it. I believe I speak the truth for many people because of just how that product sells once they're aware of it, once they've tried it. Okay, so over powdering. Now I'm just going to ask you a couple of other questions to give you a chance to get entries into the drawing. So first of all, a little poll. Do you usually set your whole face with powder, or only certain areas, or no powder at all? So are you a powder girl all over, just certain areas, or not at all? Okay. There'll be other ones coming because I'm actually going to focus on some beauty makeup mistakes for women over 40. The too much powder I already addressed. Here's one, that whether you're under 40 or over 40, putting foundation on, CC cream, anything, and especially if you're over 40, skipping the blush, because without the blush, your face can look very flat or tired. And applying blush above the cheeks bones, I'll explain that, bright pops your whole face. And blush applied in the right area will actually help pop your eyes. And what is the right area? Many of you, I'm trying to work backwards here, side or mixed up. So another common mistake about blush is putting it on too low. If you put it on under, so here's my cheekbone, you can all feel your own cheekbone, right? It goes like, you could feel the top part of it. And you could put probably 3 or 4 fingers along it. And so if you put your cheek color under the cheekbone, see mine's on it, under, you are going to look about 5 years older. Okay, you got to put it on it. Highlighter can go a little bit above it, but not into the eye area. And then if you contour, that goes into it. But just for everydayness, I'm talking about cheek color just a subtle glow cheek color. It could be powder, cream, whatever. Just putting something along there and then blending it downward because we have the little hairs on her face and it just blends everything. And then you can use a light touch of translucent powder. That's amazing to just brush it down and make everything go like beautiful. Anyway, not using blush can make your skin look flat and tired. So ignoring brows is another thing. Most of us don't want to ignore brows. Now, and related to brow mistakes is doing the line or making it look too harsh without the blending. So how you can fix that is, first of all right, don't go by my eyebrows because when I was a kid, I had the unibrow. I had so much, I mean, it was horrible. But now it's serving me because my brows have thinned out, but I still have brows. But even so, now as I get older and older and older, I guess that's a good thing, right? Because that means I'm still on the planet. But there's still a thinning out of places. And so if you're using a pencil, you want to make sure you're doing little hair strokes like that. And start in the middle. And the reason is we always seem to go darkest with our first strokes. So you go in the middle and then you can just lighten up here. You don't want it real dark here, right? So you start in the middle. And then you need to take a brush, an eyebrow brush, and brush against your eyebrows and smooth them down. And that will fix that. And you don't want them too dark for your hair. You could be a shade darker than your hair, but you don't want stark brown, stark dark. If you use our eye gel, which I love, wipe off the excess, start in the middle and go to the outside and then the inside so you don't get the bulk here. And if you use our powders that we had as a limited edition, sometimes powders are a little easier to work with as far as getting that softness. But even with a pencil, all you need is the eyebrow brush to comb it out. You could go against the hairs and then comb them out and that will blend it. Okay. Let me see, what else do I want? I'm getting text all over the place. Okay, so let's see. So I'm curious, another question, which will go in as an entry. Do you wear blush? Now, I'm not saying that you wake up and you're hanging out in your sweats all day and stuff like that. But when you're in a makeup mode, like if you're a girl who goes out to the ShopRite and wants to have her CC cream or foundation on or mascara or whatever, do you tend to use blush or skip blush? Now, let's talk about lipstick for a minute, and I'm going to need this. Now, I was doing this for consultants. We were on a little meeting the other night, and I showed them this. So I have no lipstick on now. And people have heard things that as you get older, you shouldn't wear lipstick or it shouldn't be too bright. You know, it really depends on your coloring, because if I wear a very soft colored lipstick, and Mary Kay has some beautiful ones that are very big sellers, but if I wear them, it makes me look like I have coffin lips, right? Now, every person has a color that brightens their face. And if you need samples, you let me know. Now, this is one of our brand new lip glosses. If you got the lookbook, you'll see this is for the spring. Yes, don't you love that word, spring? Just the fact that we're not getting a fall or winter catalog, we're getting a spring catalog. That should give you hope. Okay, so you see me without lipstick. Hold on. Now, this may be a color you don't want to wear if it's, watch it so. Now, another common mistake that women make, which I just made, is after you apply lipstick or lip gloss and you want to get off the excess, you smush your lips. Well, what does that do? It pushes lipstick or lip gloss over your liner. So what do you want to do instead? Usually a tissue, not a cotton pad, because now I'll get fuzz stuck in, but you on the tissue. And then what happens, nothing goes over your lip line and you get the excess off. So, I mean, I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but doesn't a little lip color make me look a little more alive? Okay. And I could wear a softer one than this, but I wanted to make sure you could see it through the camera and everything. So, I'd be curious for those of you who are wondering if their latest look, if their look is needing updating. And if you do, drop an emoji or something, or update or something to cue me. And then if I don't know your coloring, I'll ask you about it. And then I will send you samples for a new look, and you could play with them yourself, or I can guide you through techniques, because there's techniques you can use for your eyes, or you could just play with new colors for yourself. I just recently, because I'm hooked on my colors that I've been using, which was Blossom, Sunlit Rose, and Merlot, which I love, and like a soft rosy thing, and a little bit of a brighter lipstick, like Appleberry. I love Appleberry. It's like, to me, everybody could wear it, and you could wear it to the ShopRite, you could wear it to a wedding. But my point is, I just tried new colors from looking at the lookbook, and I was like, wow, you know. And sometimes when you try a new look after wearing the same one for a long time, it's like getting a new hairstyle or a new hair color. At first, all you could see is different, and you have to give your eyes a chance to adjust to it. And then after they adjust, then you could decide if you like it or not. So I hope you've gotten something out of this. In closing, these were some of the common mistakes. I know there's others. Maybe I'll just do little lives here and there. Simple little tweaks we can make to make ourselves look more youthful and definitely more current and on trend. And makeup isn't about perfection, but it's just enhancing what you already have. And I'd love to know. I've asked a lot of questions, but it gives you a lot of options for entries. What mistake resonated with you the most? Or maybe you thought, oh, I gotta watch that one. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have a great night. Talk to you soon.